So you want to start putting out content, but you feel like, maybe you haven't done enough. You're not worthy of putting out content. Like who are you to be putting out content, right? And this is basically what they call imposter syndrome. And in this video, I'm going to be telling you why you're wrong for thinking like this. Imposter syndrome, the persistent inability to believe that one's success is deserved or has been legitimately achieved as a result of one's own efforts or skills. So you basically believe that you're unworthy of the success you've already seen, or what I more commonly see that's also lumped into imposter syndrome is you believe that you don't even have any success to be talking about. You just think that you don't have any success at all. So who am I to be making content? All these other people who make content are super successful and I don't have any success. So why do I get to make content about it? Which first off is not true, because there's a lot of people who weren't successful in business or anything before they started making content, and then they actually became successful via their content. I'm just going to assume that if you're experiencing imposter syndrome, you probably want to be a value creator, somebody who provides value to the market via teaching you about self-development or business or making money or spirituality or all of these things. And I'm going to assume that you want to go that route, because if you're just going to make content that's entertainment based, like comedy skits and stuff like that, you probably wouldn't have imposter syndrome. So this is the sole mindset that's going to help you overcome imposter syndrome. And it's that no matter who you are, no matter where you've been in life, no matter how old you are, there is a bunch of really big problems that you have solved, beaten, overcome, and now have found the solution for, no matter who you are and where you are. For example, if you go through my channel, you'll notice that I've made a lot of videos about smoking and drinking, or quitting smoking and drinking. I'm not a quitting smoking and drinking expert, right? I'm not Dr. Andrew Huberman. I don't understand all of the science and all of the blah, blah, blah about quitting smoking and quitting drinking, but I understand how to quit smoking and drinking because I've done it. I know what worked for me, and it's not going to resonate with everybody, but the people who are like me, who are currently struggling with that problem, my perspective on that problem is likely going to resonate with them a lot better, and hopefully change their perspective on what they're doing right now a lot better than Andrew Huberman's perspective on quitting smoking and drinking. So in your content, you're just going to talk about the problems that you have solved and overcome in your own life. You're basically going to be talking to your past self in your content. And some of you still might be like, well, I haven't really solved any problems. Yes, you have. You've probably experienced heartbreak, or maybe you were overweight, or maybe you know how to go to the gym, or you passed some course in your life, some really hard course, or, you got a bachelor's degree in something, or whatever the problem is, you've solved some problems. Like, think about this, okay? You used to shit your pants and not know how to walk. So even if you're 3 years old, you've already solved a bunch of problems that other people haven't solved, or I should say other babies. Now, I'm not telling you to make content for babies, but I'm just going to the extreme to show you that there's a lot of problems in your life that you've solved, but you probably actually haven't sat down and done enough self-reflection to be like, what problems have I solved and overcome within my life? So maybe you just need to sit down and think about that. And then once you found like, hey, I've done this, I've solved this problem. I'm a lifeguard. I've done that. Before I did that, I was a plumber, or I was an electrician. I knew how to do that. And there's a bunch of problems in your life that you've solved that you could easily make content about to help out other people that are currently in that stage of their life that don't know how to overcome the problem without finding the solution that you have to offer. Like, it is not imposter syndrome if you have had that struggle and you overcame it. You have the solution to that problem. That's not imposter syndrome. Now, I'm not gonna make a video on how to make $1 million a year because I've never made $1 million a year. That would be imposter syndrome. But if I made a video on how to make 100 grand a year, I full well have the authority to speak on that because I've done it. So I'll leave you with this. Michael Jordan at 8 years old couldn't have used Michael Jordan's coach at 25 years old. Michael Jordan's coach that coached Michael Jordan at 25 doesn't have the necessary skills that the 8-year-old coach had to be able to teach an 8-year-old the basics of playing basketball. A completely different skill set teaching an 8-year-old than it is teaching a 25-year-old. And as Michael Jordan got better at basketball, progressed, grew, got older, he had a different coach for every stage of his career. So you probably can't coach Michael Jordan at 25 years old, but that's not the audience you're trying to attract. You're trying to attract essentially your past self. Who you used to be and all the problems that you overcame to get to where you are now. Just the fact that you're watching this video right now already tells me that you've likely overcome a bunch of problems in your life, because the majority of the human race, like 99% of us, don't actually self-educate. We don't go on YouTube and look for content like this, right? So if you're consuming this video, it's likely you're already on a path that has required you to solve a bunch of problems to get to where you are right now. You just need to sit down, self-reflect, and figure out what those problems are. And as always, I appreciate you and thank you for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe. And if you like this video, watch the one that I did on smoking and you will understand what I'm talking about. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.